Alright guys, welcome back to Grim Reaper RC, and today in this video we're going to be upgrading the 124 scale RC 4-wheel drive Trail Finder 2. We've got all of the different Marlin crawler parts available, even though one is on back order, so we're going to be installing a bunch of different ones that I do have in the studio today, and we're also going to be upgrading another 24 scale RC 4-wheel drive crawler, so you guys will not want to miss it. Alright, so starting it off, we do have the officially licensed product Marlin Prowler Sidesteps, rock guards, whatever you guys want to call them. They do come with Got Marlin stickers. So we will be installing these today. Also, we have the front bumper, which does have an adapter for the winch, even though it is a non-functional winch. Alright guys, so we're going to be putting all of these upgrades onto the yellow RC 4-wheel drive Trail Finder 2. And then in this video today, we also will be unboxing this red 124 scale RC 4-wheel drive Trail Finder 2, and we will be installing the brand new motor that does come with it. I already did do the motor upgrade inside of this RC 4-wheel drive Trail Finder 2, which if you guys did not see that video, I will be leaving it in the description box down below. Now the red one does come with black rims, and the yellow and blue one do come with white rims. They do have a bunch of different products available for these. If you guys didn't see my other unboxing video, I will leave that in the description box down below, like I said earlier. Alright, so let's get the first part open. We're going to do the front bumper first. Gonna grab my knife. I'm gonna take a look at the stickers first. So they are cut out square. They aren't perfectly cut around the Marlin crawler logo, which kind of does suck. Especially with such a small truck, it would be very obvious. So here is the front bumper. It is completely plastic. I feel like a metal one would be better on this thing, even though it is super small. And it does come with the assembly hardware. So we're going to put the package to the side, the stickers to the side, take the body off real quick, and it did take off both of the sticky parts to the Velcro. Nice. So I will have to replace the Velcro later on. Alright, let's readjust you guys and keep going. Now it does come with much longer screws. That's why it does come with more assembly hardware. These are super easy to work on. If you guys haven't seen my previous videos, we did bring the Traxxas Rustler 4x4 out on the job site. We also did a bunch of different upgrades on the Traxxas X-Max, including the Wide Max kit, so I will be leaving those videos in the description box down below. Also, we did a bunch of different upgrades on Optimus Prime. We did the final video on him finishing up all of the different upgrades. That also will be in the description box down below. You guys don't want to miss that video. We had a runaway screw. We'll grab that one first. Alright, so this just fits right over the sides of the chassis rail. Trying to fit the screw in this tiny slot is very difficult. You guys will get it though if you're following along with me. Oh, we forgot to change over the screwdriver, so we were just free spinning right there. I do not think that was in. Yep, you guys can see that the servo is actually moving around on the slot there, so we do have to make sure that stays still. And then we will just realign it. Can we get it second try? I think that's seated in there nice. Alright, cool, we got one side. Now we're gonna flip it around and do the cross screw, the one going in across from the other one, just so that it holds it in nice and tight. That way nothing's moving around. Alright, nice. Now let's flip it over back to this side. We'll put this screw in. Alright, and that is how you install the Marlin crawler front bumper. You guys can see the two screws that did go into the chassis and the servo mounting bracket. The black on this plastic is a little bit different than the black on the chassis that they used for the plastic. Now, the chassis itself is aluminum. It also is adjustable. You do have 115 millimeters, 120 millimeters, and 125 millimeter chassis length. So if we just throw the body on top, yeah, that looks really cool. Look at that. We'll move the screws out of the way and get a nice shot over here. One more to grab. It's fighting me. Alright, look at that. That thing looks pretty cool. Gonna have to center it fairly well. That does line up really well. We also do have lights coming in, and we do have different rims and tires coming for this thing. Awesome. Alright, let's get into the side steps. And we'll cut these open. We'll take a quick look at the stickers. They're the same ones as the front bumper, and we'll throw both of those packages over to the side. And we'll take out our two side steps and take a look at them. They do match the front bumper. They almost kind of look like they're 3D printed products. And we'll grab our assembly hardware. We're just going to take them out that way. This bag isn't fighting us in this video anymore. So there are there's 5 different screws that you get. We're just going to take the body off again. Yes, I know my Velcro already came off. I did say it earlier in the video. Alright, so we do have to pay attention to orientation on these. And because I do have the full-size ones, I do know that this little bump does go in the front, so I will show you guys that real quick on the full size. When I meant full size, I meant 1/10 scale, and they're actually a little bit different. These ones are straight on the 4Runner, and then on the long wheelbase, they are straight as well. And these ones are a little bit bigger. So actually, let's cut back to the 24 scale and take a look how they go. Whoa, I just flew some screws over there. Alright, good thing we didn't lose any. So we're going to just take a look and see how these would line up. So it looks like there are 2 different holes, one right here and one right here that the screws can go into. Now, I am not too sure which way we're going to be able to screw this in. Hopefully we can get it from the bottom, but we might have to unscrew the chassis and screw it from the inside. So let's just extend our screwdriver here. I am using the Traxxas Screwdriver Kit. I do have two different styles of them, but this one is the extendable one. So nice. It looks like we will be able to do it from this side. And they'll screw right in. Super nice. Just a little tip, if you guys do not have a magnetized screwdriver, you can throw a magnet on the end of your screwdriver and it will make it magnetized so that these screws aren't falling out on you when you guys go to put these rails in. Alright, let's do this side now. Alright, we're just going to bend this down just a little bit so we can get to it. Alright, one more screw. Ooh, these are super tiny and I'm shaking a little bit so I cannot get these in. And just like that, we have our Marlin crawler side steps and front bumper in. Now it did come with one extra screw, which is pretty nice, just in case you guys lose one or one gets stripped out from screwing it inside of the aluminum chassis. So I'm going to put the screw over to the side. I'll put it in the other bag with all of the other screws that we got going on right here. Let's do a little walk around of this thing. Yeah, they look pretty cool. Definitely some nice upgrades from RC4 drive with this thing. Alright, awesome. So that is the upgrades on the yellow RC4 drive Trailfinder 2 for now. There will be a part 3 on the upgrade series for it. So let's grab the red one right now and we'll back you guys up just so you guys can take a peek. We'll cut the box open and we will upgrade the motor. Alright, so we already did an unboxing video on these, so we're just going to do a quick speed run open on this. We're going to quickly remove the seal from the RC4 drive here, just to ensure that it was still closed. They put this on the box, which is very nice. Already brand new, and one of the Velcro tabs on the top has come off. Nice. This feels like it's still a little bit sticky, so we might be able to re-stick it in here. If not, it does come with extra Velcro just in case. Alright, we cut the zip tie. Now let's unscrew the transmission from the bottom. Unplug the motor itself from the ESC transmitter combo right here, and then we have to cut the wire on the side just like that. Then the transmission should slide right out. And now to remove it, we do have to take out the pins from the drive shaft. Now I believe we only have to do it on one side, and that's just the side that we're taking the housing off on. So you don't want to lose those, put those aside, put them in a safe place. Now we can start unscrewing the screws on the transmission itself. There's one hidden inside of here where you guys can see the screwdriver in right now. Don't forget to get that one. And then there is also one on the back. And then the transmission housing slides right out. And then you slide your pinion gear out. Put that also in a safe place. And then it is just 2 Phillips screws to take the motor off. There is one. And then the other. That was just my air freshener that you guys heard spray. Please ignore that. And then push on the pinion ring itself. Then put the transmission in a safe place. Now you can see that there are 2 more screws that are on this brass assembly here which hold the motor in. So we're going to unscrew those screws. There's just 2 of them. And then we're going to remember the orientation with the 2 holes on the motor facing up. We're going to put that to the side. Alright, now we're going to grab our N30 micro motor and we're going to mount it into our micro transmission. This also does come with more Velcro and a zip tie to re-zip up the wires, and it does come with an extra rubber washer for the drive shaft, and it does come with an extra drive shaft pin. Now, like I said earlier, we're going to remember the orientation with the 2 holes facing up. We're going to slide the motor right back in. Then we're going to tighten up the 2 screws. We want to make sure that this is sitting nice and properly in here, so we're going to put some pressure going down on it. Then we're going to make sure our screwdriver is going in the right direction. That would help us. Alright, now that the motor is installed, we're going to re-push it back into the transmission housing and reinstall the 2 gray screws. And then we're going to re-slide the pinion gear back in. And now we're going to grab our transmission housing and put it over the top, making sure that we do put it on the right way. Then we're going to reinstall the 4 screws that hold the transmission cover together. Alright, all of these screws are tightened back up onto the gear housing. So now let's push the drive shaft back in, and then we're going to grab our pin. Then we're going to try to get our pin inside of the drive shaft. Nice, we got it in. And then we're going to slide the washer back over it. And now the transmission is done to be installed back inside of the chassis itself. We're just going to plug it back in, and then we're going to try to get the drive shafts aligned properly. So we got the front one in, and now we have to try to align the rear, which is going to be a slight pain. And we are lined up again. Also, we are plugged in, so we're going to screw it in on the bottom. And that is basically how you upgrade your motor inside of your RC4 drive 124 scale Trail Finder 2. And that is how you upgrade to the Marlin crawler parts from RC4 drive for their Trail Finder 2 lineup. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. We have a bunch of different parts coming for these things, so don't you guys worry. We're going to get both bodies on, and then we're going to do a quick rundown on both of these.